everyone, long time no talk. Yeah, so I realized that I am 3 to 4 podcast episodes overdue, and I am sorry. Oh, goodness, I'm in the midst of a massive rebranding, and Be Well by April, formerly Brownies for Breakfast Co., is now going to be in the pink ink. So yeah, that's my official announcement. Sorry, I've been up since before 5 this morning, so yeah, I was going into a bit of a hypoglycemic episode this morning, so I was worried about that as well. Diaries of a Diabetic. So anyway, this week, especially on Instagram, and also, I believe, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and what else? YouTube. I am teaching my signature Cicero method backwards. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it stands for confidence and intelligence, create emotional resilience to optimize. And so the word for, I guess, today was optimize. And so this is a little analogy that I put as the Instagram caption. So for those of you who may not be following me, I recently changed Be Well by April back to the April Federico. That's the April Federico, Federico. Anyway, optimizing your health is like tending to a garden. Just as doing the same thing over and over while expecting different results is the hallmark of insanity, according to Einstein. So, repeating unhealthy habits while hoping for improved well-being is just massively counterproductive. Don't do it. Instead, just as a gardener adjusts their techniques based on the specific needs of a plant, adapting your lifestyle choices according to your body's signals and scientific understanding can lead to true health optimization. And I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek into emotional resilience. So, emotional resilience is essentially like building a sturdy bridge. Just as a well-constructed bridge can withstand the challenges of changing weather and heavy loads due to its consistent design and quality materials, emotional resilience is developed through consistent efforts just to understand and manage your emotions. And just as each layer of support in the bridge contributes to its overall strength, consistently practicing healthy coping mechanisms, self-care, and positive mindset contributes to your emotional strength over time. And for this one, I kind of went down a rabbit hole in terms of Einstein's definition of insanity. And I recently published a LinkedIn newsletter about it. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with my LinkedIn newsletter, I suggest you go subscribe to it. It is Be Well by April, and it is staying that way, I promise. So, let me just pull up the article here. So, according to Albert Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And this succinctly captures the essence of a concept that has intrigued philosophers, psychologists, and individuals alike for centuries. And this is the definition of insanity. So, this concept, while originally explored in the realm of rationality, has had a profound connection to the realm of mental health and shedding light on patterns of behavior, thought processes, and their impact on overall well-being. So this is the paradox of repetition. So when we dive into the roots of the phrase doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, we find a paradox that exposes a fundamental human tendency, the reluctance to change despite evidence inefficiency. In health, this paradox can manifest as a refusal to adopt healthier habits or to seek appropriate medical assistance when faced with a persistent issue. And this not only hinders personal growth, but it also hinders overall well-being. And consider the individual who continues to follow a sedentary lifestyle despite experiencing escalating health concerns such as diabetes. And this situation is emblematic of the paradox of repetition, where the person maintains a routine that exacerbates their health issues, diabetes, and hoping that the outcomes will somehow diverge from the familiar and undesired trajectory. In this context, such behavior can be seen as a manifestation of the cognitive and emotional rigidity often associated with mental health conditions. And this is where I'm going to talk about the intersection with mental health. So, mental health encompasses a spectrum of conditions that affect cognitive, emotional, and social well-being. So disorders like anxiety, depression, and OCD can lead to individuals to engage in repetitive behaviors driven by irrational beliefs and thought patterns. And in these cases, the definition of insanity can take on a more literal meaning, as the individuals are trapped in these cycles of behavior that are disconnected from reality and detrimental to their mental health. So, for example, someone with OCD, so obsessive compulsive disorder, might repeatedly engage in ritualistic behaviors like hand washing, checking locks, making sure that they didn't leave their hair straightener on like I used to. And even though they recognize the irrationality of the actions, the expectation of relief or prevention of an imagined catastrophe perpetuates these behaviors, reflecting the essence of the Einstein quote. However, in this context, the cycle is not one of choice, but of compulsion, highlighting the complex interplay between cognition, emotion, and behavior in mental health. And here's how to break the cycle. A little biohack for you, or psychological hack, you pick. Understanding the connection between the definition of insanity and mental health provides a pathway toward wellness. Acknowledging the paradox of repetition just allows individuals to recognize when their behaviors are hindering progress and well-being. And this self-awareness can be a catalyst for change, prompting individuals to seek professional help, adopt healthier coping mechanisms, and challenge irrational thought patterns. So, such interventions can be cognitive behavioral therapy, and I've tried this and it's worked for some, but no offense to my therapist at the time, but it didn't exactly work for me because I didn't exactly know what was going on with me at the time. Turns out I was just suffering from PTSD. And by breaking the cycle of irrationality, individuals can pave the way toward improved mental and emotional health. So, while the origin of the phrase might be debated, its relevance to mental health is undeniable. And the definition of insanity, as symbolized by the paradox of repetition, underscores the human tendency to cling to what is familiar, even when it leads to unfavorable outcomes. And within the realm of mental health, this concept is an illuminating lens through which we can explore the intricate relationship between thought, behavior, and emotional well-being. By recognizing the signs of this paradox, seeking help, embracing change, individuals can untangle the threads of irrationality and move towards a stable and fulfilling state of mental wellness. So yeah, that is all I have for you today. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast and please leave a review if it feels aligned. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.